Hi, it's me, Just Kyia. My real life according to Just Kyia, Jusskyaa. Let's go. So we're on episode 9. This 9. Let's just get right into it. So right? Bam, 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 bam. And he's just chilling. He's like, she crazy, whatever. Okay, so I'm braiding my hair and I'm like, damn, I ain't about to fight nobody over nobody. And okay. So she left and it was crazy. We just went on like he's like, she'll be all right. So he didn't look out the window or nothing. He just instantly knew it was her. So whatever, I sat there, finished my hair. Actually, I ended up spending the night. He slept on the couch. I slept in his bed. And the next day, he got us breakfast and all this stuff. And I finished my hair. And then I said, I'm about to sneak out. I'm scared to go. Come on, I don't want to fight her. I'll fight if I have to, but now I ain't about to fight over this. Hey, girl. Please, you look crazy. Okay. So I make it to the car, no incident, make it home. Okay, I finished braiding my hair, of course. And then, that's lip gloss, you guys. Then, the next time I went to work and worked with Angela. She didn't know it was me. She ain't see me, I ain't see her, huh? So we're at work and you have your routine. So you kind of don't like when you work 3 to 11, it's a busy moment until about 8, 7, 8 in the evening. So I'm getting like looks or whatever, but she is being cordial. And because she don't know, but she don't know. So she's being cordial or whatever. So then as time progressed in our shift, she said, was you over Anthony's house? I was like, who? Was you over Anthony's house? I want to say it was a Friday. I know it was a weekend. Let's say Friday. And I said, no. Why would you ask that? She said, because I saw your car parked on the street. I said, you did? I said, what car? The car that I bought? My car? And I was like, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, okay, because he be sleeping around a lot. He just a hoe, and that's what he does. And she's just going on. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. And then she started like just saying bad things about him, but not really bad, but just calling him kind of a hoe or whatever. But I already knew he wasn't that way because she already had regret whatever she did while they weren't together, or he did. It seemed okay, yeah, and they had a child together, and he was a good father. He was providing. Um, I have her perspective why they broke up before all of this, and I have his perspective when he was just sharing with me after, I bought the car. So I'm just looking at her like, okay, like now she's sharing all this negative stuff, but before, and I've already seen he's a good father. So, amen. So she kind of let it go. And then, so remember when I shared with you that I really didn't realize you can smell alcohol on me. So now that was one time after she seen the car there. And then let's say as time goes on, she is, as we say now, shading me. But, she's talking to me less. Actually, she's not talking to me anymore. And she's spreading things about me, like with other people we're working with, saying that, she's with my baby daddy and she's nothing but a hoe. And she's kind of whispering, but she's making sure that I know it's her. She no longer talks to me, and she is really like trying to make a bad name out of me. Okay, girl, I'm still gonna go on. I ain't did nothing with your man yet. Hmm. Okay, let's go. Here we go again. Hmm. Insecurity does not look good on anyone. Love you. Okay, so she's saying all these things and things are getting around about me, and then she's going on to say that I think I'm better than everyone, and that I think I'm better because I'm in nursing school, and I think I'm all that. And one of the reasons why, and this is something she said so I can hear her. So once I got into the nursing program, I would, because it's like the end of the shift, and sometimes, well, most of the time, once you start doing this all the time, but most of the time I will sit in. The nurses will go into a room to give reports. So I will sit in there. No, I'm not a nurse, but I will listen to the jogging and listen to how they're giving report just to familiarize myself with that. And everything was good with my patients, but now it's a problem. So say this is about, I don't know, it is, I'm in the program now. It's a few months. I worked there a while, and she was working there. This is a few months later after I got the car, and she on a rampage. And so I hear her saying like, look, why she going in there with reports? She ain't no RN yet. And it started escalating to where she didn't give a damn if I heard it, not, whatever. And she was getting very inappropriate for work, for one. And why? And I still ain't been with her man, not even her man, her baby daddy. No. And so she going on, and then when I come to work, after she starts saying she's not even an RN yet, why she's going in there. So one of the last things she said to me, I came into work, and she said, "You better watch yourself, because I smell that beer on you. I've been smelling it on you." And I was like, wow. She said something like that to me. And this was, of course, in the trails are going on. I'm just looking at her, bitch, do what you got to do. Because, I mean, okay. You didn't make me. You can't break me, is what I'm looking at her. And I'm like, you look crazy as hell. So as all of this is going on, and she's escalating over nothing, I'm like, okay, this bitch is crazy. And in the midst of, as this is going on, guess what's going on? Anthony's calling me on the phone, not calling me at home. He's calling me on the phone at work just to check on me. So what does that do? Bring us closer, because she's giving him a hard time, and he knows she's giving me a worse time. He said, I already know how she is. And before all of this stuff was happening, he told me, like, this is how she's going to respond, and watch, this is what's going to happen. And he kept apologizing. He's like, I'm just sorry, and he knew my schedule now. So every time I work, he would call to check on me and make sure everything's okay. So once again, here we go. There was nothing going on, right? So as he's calling me, checking on me, and then when we're talking on the phone, of course, at this point, I'm getting a little, I don't want to say vindictive, because it wasn't vindictive. I'm getting a little bit, okay, like, let's play. You want to play with me? I'm not the one. And so as he was calling me, and then and he kind of set it up each evening way back in the day when he was calling her before I came into the picture, not to call her, but like to check on their kid. Or remember I said he know the certain time of the shift to call. So he will always call me at that time. Kyia, you have a phone call on extension, blah, 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 blah. And she'll look, and we're literally working on the same hall. So then when she kept going with it, got to a point to where, okay, I know you know this is him on the phone, but me and him still has nothing. He's still, yeah, he's let me know he liked me or he's attracted to me, but nothing has happened. We haven't even been out on a date or anything, but we're talking more and more because she's harassing me and she's giving him the blues. So this shift he calls and I'm like, oh yeah, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, babe, or whatever. And he's like, oh, he's like, is she right there? I'm like, I'm sure she can hear me. I probably shouldn't have did that, but I did. And whoop de whoop. So okay, so as time went on with him keep calling me, his conversation, his admiration for me, his support, and just being there for me, being genuinely concerned because he know what a nut basket she is. And she never came at me, like, ugh, but she just got that and she just tried to spread negative things about me. But people have already got to know me and I am me. And I think she looked more crazy than what she was trying to spread about me. I don't know. That's just my evaluation of it. Okay, so what happened next is the car. I needed like certain maintenance on it, and what car maintenance? Huh? It need what? So yes, Anthony called me and he said he wanted to do the or whatever those things you need to do and check and blah 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 blah, and that's just his business what he does. So I said, okay, great. And then he told me he came in and got the car, had it towed or whatever. And just because I couldn't drive I was at work and I couldn't drive it. So he had it towed to where he was. Not that something was wrong, just to fix it. Okay. So when I got off work, he conveniently had to pick me up. So he picked me up from work. She was not working that day. But he picked me up from work and he's talking about my car, whatever. And he conveniently, in my uniform and everything, and it's 11, I get up 11:30 or whatever in the evening. And he takes me out to this restaurant on like not the pier, but the pier like right off the ocean, the water there in Long Beach. And I was like, I got my uniform. He's like, I don't care. And it was kind of frowned upon back then to go somewhere in your uniforms. But yeah, he's like, no, let's go. I was like, well, damn, I don't have a choice. It seemed like you're kidnapping me. And we went and had such a good dinner evening. I love seafood. I love light food like that and salads and stuff. And he just showed me like all this time he had been listening to me, like just me rambling on about my likes and dislikes. And I can tell that he was paying attention because when we went out to eat, and I did share with him about me drinking and blah, blah, blah. Remember, he doesn't drink, and he made it very nice. He exposed me to a couple of different wines that I've never had wine like before. He basically ordered my meal. I enjoyed all of this new adventure with him. And then, he wined and dined me that night. So we go back to his place. So once we get back to his place, all the humidifiers and everything is going on. And he has me there. At this time, I started drinking like Grand Marnier and like a little Cadillac cocktail, a Cadillac margarita. He had all of that there for me. I'm like, okay. So it was a really nice evening. We had different tastes in movies that I realized the first evening when I was braiding my hair. He had a couple of movies there that he knew that I would like versus him. I'm like, oh shit, he done did the damn thing. what? How am I going to turn all of this down? And it's like, it goes back to, um, for me, and I think for most women, we are more intellectually attracted to men than supersedes physical attraction. I mean, don't get me wrong, gotta be something there too, but I'll speak for me. And then the reason why this is ultimately the reason why I'm going through my second divorce, because I just can't not do the non-mental anymore. I cannot do the other stimulation outside of outside of being sexual and making love, and and like I stress, my husband now, ooh, he amazing. He know it. Amazing, but I need more than that. I need a lot more than that, because as you progress and go through life, I mean, yeah, that's great. But you have to mentally, and I have to be able to have conversation with you, and you have to know me, and be able to, I want to see that I could be able to travel with you, that once my kids are, doing their thing, I want to just, can't imagine myself, being with someone just because the sex is good. Mm-mm. I need that versity. I need that. I need that protection. I need that providing, to provide for me. Yes, to provide for me, to be that lion, to be that, oh, my everything, not just my lover. Okay. So, he engulfed all of that. Let me know he was listening. So that evening, and at this time, we're there watching a movie, and he fell asleep on his chair with his humidifier going. Of course, I work nights, so I'm kind of up, just sitting there chilling. And then after the movie went off, what I normally do, I'll go to his bed, and then I'll just go to sleep or whatever, and he'll stay in the chair. So I heard a knock, knock, knock at the door. The door was open, but a knock, knock, knock. And then I turned over, and he's like, do you mind if I join you? How respectful. No, I don't mind. I'm horny. I had none. I'm so horny. I want it so bad. I'm not going to resist. Not after a night like that. I'm not going to resist. Oh, I couldn't wait. I was just, okay, you got the point. Whew. So, caressed my body amazingly, went from head to toe amazingly, did things like, ooh, I ain't had that before. And then he kind of comes up to me, whisper a little something in my ear, and it's, all good and dandy. And then it's not funny, because it's whatever. Where we're going is whatever you're working with. It's not like you ordered that up. It's not like that is your design, or if that's what your desire is. But okay. So what I'm about to share, please don't take it as no disrespect to him. He knew what he was working with, and he already knew, and he hinted around to what it is, but okay. So he really know how to prepare you well. He knew how to prepare me very well, very, very, very well. So when it came to the penetration, and then this is me in my youngness still, even though I was 31, I think, at the time. I still was naive and not very tactful. I guess no, I don't guess. I wasn't tactful at all. I said, wait. I said, are you in? I said, huh? And I go, wait. And then at that moment, he's like, no, just relax. Just and he's talking, and I'm saying like that. Wait, hold up, not being tactful at all. And he said, just relax. And he's on top of me, and he's talking in my ear. And he said, just relax, just chill. It's good or whatever he was saying. And I relaxed, and okay. With no disrespect for him or about him, but I'm just sharing my life and my perspective, and I don't mean no disrespect. And this is just the way I have to describe it. And yes, I was naive and immature at the time, but I can't continue on if I don't continue to be candid about my life. So he relaxed me, and quite candidly, it felt like how I would imagine if I was having sex with a woman and we're just kind of grinding, on each other with the pelvis, which actually I've never, that intensity and that point of being make making love in that aspect. Yeah, it was different, but um I did achieve an orgasm, and it was nice. It was. And when it was said and done, I looked over at him and seen the pride on his face, like, don't count a small Peter out. He did. It was like, and okay, yeah, it was okay, because we already had that emotional connection. And he already knew me by talking to me and asking me questions and different things. So he already had camped out how to fulfill me. I have to end this. I'll be right back. Part B right now, I promise.